Welcome back to the ad break. You are still tuned into it. This is Caps Radio, where you are streaming us live on all the social media platforms and our beautiful, beautiful website, which is www.capsradio.co.za. My name is Leah Caswell, but I'm not alone.
Yes, I'm Kamagelo Pompi.
And of course, this is your team for hashtag lunch on Caps, where we come in for 3 hours during the day and we make things nice for you. We smooth things out, right? And we have some very, very, educational, educative conversations very, very nicely. But before the ad break, I mentioned that the first story that we're breaking, we're actually touching on the story that the ex-farmer who survived depression and suicide, but now, went back to school and studying and pursued, qualification in actually marketing. So we're going to be getting into that story. Are you excited about that?
Yes, I'm
Fantastic.
very excited because depression is something that we don't really understand.
We don't.
So I think, I'm very excited to learn more.
We need to talk daily about depression so that we start becoming aware of some of the struggles that people face psychologically and emotionally. And of course, we want you to become part of the conversation. You can hit us up on WhatsApp. The number still is 081-278-5685 and call in. We have a studio line where you get to call us. The number is 086-101-7460, or alternatively you can call us on 011-568-4680. But now let me give you, the background information of the story so that we all can actually understand what we're all talking about. So now a former farm worker who earned 55 rands a day for 2 years has, beaten the odds to graduate a year earlier than expected from Cape Peninsula University of Technology, better known as CPUT. Oh my goodness, tongue twister right over there. Pilisiwe Diniswayo, that's her name. So it's a woman. Pilisiwe Diniswayo, a 26-year-old single mother, survived crippling depression, a failed suicide attempt, and an uncertain financial situation to graduate with a diploma in marketing. I want to share my story so that others know that depression is serious, but doesn't need to define you. I am a farm worker who has beaten the odds, that were against me. And if I say I can do it, you guys can also do it. Of course, that was Diniswayo who was speaking there. Diniswayo was raised by her grandparents on an apple and pear farm in Greybow. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. These names are very, very hard. And as one of the top students in her class, she had hopes for studying, at CPUT after matric. But at the age of 16, while in grade 11, she fell pregnant and her school results took a knock. That is the reality we face in South Africa,
Yes.
right? We find teenage pregnant girls, and as a result of that child, your education is put on hold because of the circumstances that you face, be it financially, be it otherwise.
Emotionally.
Yeah, and especially if you don't have, support.
Yeah.
Fortunately for some, girls, they do have support and they can still, continue with their studies. But majority of South African girls, it's a sad reality.
Yeah.
So now let me continue with the story. In 2010, she returned home to her grandparents, and despite vowing to never be a farm worker herself, she was forced to ask for a job on the same farm where her grandparents had been working for about 30 years. And that's the reality that you face with black families. Your grandparents were working there
Yes,
in the
you
farm, your
mentioned.
parents were working there. And because of the financial situation and looking at the environment around you, you are almost forced to go there and ask for a job. So it becomes it's a circle
Generational.
of poverty, if I can put it that way. I worked for 2 years earning about 55 rands a day. I started as a sorter, then got promoted as a packer. I used to pack about 400 boxes a day. Now this is a woman, and you need to understand 400 boxes a day. I didn't mind because I knew I was only waiting for my son to get older so that I could go and study. People mocked me in the factory because I had matric and I was working there, but I let them motivate me to get out there, she said. After applying to study at CPUT, a financial aid officer at the university noticed Dingiswa's address and flagged her for funding from, the Lombard Foundation, which financially assists students from Grabo. I'm struggling with that name. I'm struggling with it. Grabo. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Despite a good first year pass, including merit awards, Dingiswa said dark clouds of depression started. That's when things are starting to affect her studies. I started drinking and even smoking weed to combat these bad feelings I was feeling. I felt like being down and not talking to anyone. People called me a psycho and I was angry all the time. Eventually I was academically excluded. I remember when I almost committed suicide by drinking bleach. Depression is a killer. I didn't know I was suffering from it, she said. The student counseling unit then intervened and Dingiswa slowly started to rebuild her life. In 2016, she opted to change courses and bagged her way into a part-time, marketing sport. My marks were good and I really had to beg the HOD to give me a chance and not judge me on bad matric marks. Luckily, she gave me an opportunity and now I am graduating 1 year earlier than I should without failing a subject. That is very, very powerful. And that is some information that we want to share with you today. We want to give you hope. To say, you know what, in depression, in whatever it is that you're facing, there is hope. We're giving you stories of people that are living with, depression. Because I feel like depression is a daily struggle. It's something you can't say I'm a depression survivor because it's something that always, always comes back. Why do you think it, what triggers the mind or what triggers a person to fall under the trap of depression, if you can say?
I think it is negative thoughts.
Yeah.
So if you're unable to encourage yourself, if you're unable to motivate yourself, and if you're unable to identify the good that you do, you're able to fall into depression because all you see is the bad.
Yeah.
And things you're unable to do, things you're unable to achieve, what has happened that is negative.
Yeah.
But if you're able to identify the positive, you'll be motivated.
Exactly. And also having a strong support system, I find that to be something that is very, very important and something that we don't, harinagi a lot of the times. And it's very, very important having a strong emotional support, be it from friends, be it from family. But also you need to understand that family at times, it's not that supportive when it's supposed to be supportive. Of course, you are streaming us live on www.capsradio.co.za. 25 minutes past 12. We are going to another short commercial break. After this, we're getting deeper. Gamu and I are getting deeper into conversation. We're talking about, depression, and we're talking about overcoming that depression. You can join in the conversation. Our WhatsApp line is 081 278 5685, or studio line is, we have two different studio lines where you can call us and be part of the conversation. 086 101 7460 or 011 568 4680. We're coming back right after this. We don't want you to go anywhere. My name is Leah Caswell,
I'm Kamukhela Pompi.
and just like that, we're a team for #lunch on Caps.
Looking for